All right, hey guys, John is going to join me shortly, but I figured we'd have some commentary over having nothing. Looks like Boxmeister is in the lead right now.
Hi
Hey
guys.
John, what's up, man? Is it hot where you're at too?
There we go. Now I can hear everything.
Okay. Did you have your microphone muted or your headphones muted or something?
No, Discord decided it should output to my microphone instead of input to my microphone.
Discord's a beautiful program.
So, yeah, truly a fantastic piece of software configuration going on there.
So anyway, this is a race between Boxmeister and Ddraig. I'm thinking that Boxmeister here has a better.
Yeah, it looks like things are going a little bit better for Boxmeister here. The Kraid fight. Kraid is hard.
Yeah, if you can't kill Kraid right away before the things fell off, problems can happen. By the way, just out of curiosity, is it really humid and annoyingly hot where you're at right now?
Yep. How'd you know?
We live like next door. It is miserable here, and I am downstairs.
Yeah, lucky you. You suck on the second floor.
Yeah,
Where the house...
I'm sorry for dragging you into this, but I felt that some commentary would be nice. And Boxmeister just got the
nice charge spark.
Charge spark, yeah. Ddraig ran really far.
No, I guess he didn't run far enough.
He was really far right. He just like he did not even go backwards at all. I wonder if he's just really new or something. Kind of looks like it.
Could be. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't recognize his name. I mean, I do recognize his name, but I don't... Yeah, I don't know that he's a super experienced runner. Box has been around for a while, but Box is the sort of guy who prefers to put a bit of effort into a ton of different games.
Yeah. Box is a pretty cool guy. I've talked to him a decent amount.
Yeah.
He has a really interesting pronunciation of Chizodia. I remember that.
Yep. Gotta appreciate the Boxmeister.
Yep. Yeah, I think he plays Pokemon and all that too.
Yeah, I know. I've seen him do some Final Fantasy stuff as well. And I almost want to say Castlevania stuff.
Could be, yeah.
So he's quite the variety gamer over there.
I like the word eclectic for that situation. It's such a fun word.
And I think he's also pretty involved in, I'm blanking on the name, but it's like a Dutch speedrun marathon. It starts with a B. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, he's from the Netherlands, that's right.
Yeah, something or other. Can't think about it.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. BSG, that's the one. Thank you. Yep. Good super missile collection. I think criteria is the hardest part of the game.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, John has the worst criteria of all time.
I
Like,
have the worst time in criteria, man.
yeah, we were racing earlier today, and you got like near gold criteria, and it was like even after your disaster start or not very good start, you were on pace with your PB after that because
yeah, I went from +7 to -2 because I had a good criteria.
Criteria really, you shouldn't be losing more than let me think here.
Like 2 to 3 seconds. There's nothing going on there.
I can see losing 5 seconds in criteria, but more than that, you have no excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 3.5 seconds for a craft drag, and you could mess up the bomb jump otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what my PB did was it sparked, instead of sparking to the right to get the super missile, it sparked straight up. So.
Yeah, sparking straight up is.
Like it makes sense that it was a serious time loss, but like,
yeah,
that's a pretty stupid mistake.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny mistake. I'm sure you're glad to have it in your PB.
I really am not. Really can't say that I am.
So I wonder what route Boxmeister is going to use here.
I don't know that he knows New Fair. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's setting up for it.
Yeah, he's doing the traditional older route, which, these days I wouldn't suggest it to new runners, honestly. I would suggest I would suggest my route.
Yeah,
New Fair, it's so easy.
It's a great route. It got a bad rap because of a lack of good backup strats and it revolving around a really tight spark. But like now we've got good backups.
Yep, we have really good backups.
And you can go almost as fast without even doing the spark.
That was an interesting enemy freeze on Boxmeister's part. I've never seen that before. You don't need it, but I guess if you're not fast enough, it can work out.
Well, the thing about my criteria is that I have a solid gold in criteria. I just have no consistency.
Yeah, John is very good at the game. He's an awesome player. His early game consistency is honestly rotten sometimes. Like,
I can't even argue against it. Like, I want to, but I can't. I have no legs to stand on in that particular argument.
Did Boxmeister forget to hold that?
He might have. He might have. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, right. This is... I've done the other routes so often, I've forgotten how this route goes. I was like, where's he going? Did he forget to get ice?
And looks like Ddraig messed up a Shine Spark. I mean, that can happen, I guess.
Yeah, just on the way back, though, so it's not quite that bad.
Boxmeister is setting up for a JBJ here. Fun fact: if you're playing on, if you're doing Ridley first, you don't need a JBJ.
Yep.
But it is still good. You can still completely.
Oh no, that's so bad. I mean, I guess it's not like awful, but it's
It's not as bad. It's definitely worse than the mistake I made.
Yeah, the mistake you made when we were testing out Ridley first. All you got to do is spring ball and drop a bomb, and you couldn't even do that.
No, I really couldn't. But you live and you learn, and you don't talk shit. Yeah, it always comes back to bite you.
That was comedy tier.
Yeah, but Boxmeister is going to need to remember to get that. I feel like I've seen him forget that item before, so he probably knows what he's doing.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't forget it. That would be really, really unfortunate.
I wonder what Drake's gonna do because I'm not trying to, you know, uh, be mean spirited, but his movement is not very good, so he might have health problems if he's doing the regular Norfair route. So I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how he's
mean,
gonna handle that.
I don't know. I almost expect him to do the more traditional route. Box having a nice clip through the nice clip. Ooh, that was really close.
Yeah, the traditional route is so common knowledge, but
Yeah, it
it's
looks like
mostly
he's setting
because
up for the traditional route here.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I mean the new route is obviously newer, and
it's definitely not new at this point. It's hard for newer players to. It's harder for newer players to find a lot of these things. You have a guide for it, but the guide everybody recommends doesn't have it. It's also John's guide, by the way, but he didn't know about the route at the time.
Well, neither did you.
No, well, I mean,
I wouldn't say it's fair to say that I didn't know about the route. It was more like the route hasn't been discovered yet.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a funny backstory behind how we discovered that route, too. I mean,
man. Yeah, you were mentioning health problems.
oh, yeah. Hopefully he heals here.
Yeah, okay.
And then he might have problems with the next hit room because if you don't have a concrete strategy and good movement through
yeah, this next heated room is surprisingly challenging with this route.
Boxmeister had a few problems with it too. It wasn't completely perfect. But yeah, Boxmeister is going to get wave, and he's kind of close to the hardest boss in the game, honestly.
Cocoon?
Yeah, I feel like Cocoon is harder than any of the other bosses.
I almost want to disagree with that.
But what other bosses are more difficult?
Kraid. Kraid is hard in Hundo.
I mean, I don't have problems with Kraid.
Either of those two bosses are comfortably the hardest bosses in this category. No argument. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ddraig gets sniped. But yeah, I mean, trying to do Cocoon really well is a huge challenge.
And the fastest Cocoon strategy gives you carpal tunnel if you practice it too much.
Yep. Oh, Box didn't even break the speed booster blocks.
Did he charge his beam through the door?
I didn't see.
Yeah, because if you don't, that can happen if you don't charge your beam through the door. I used to not charge my beam at all, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be missing a lot of details here because I'm watching this commentary stream at. I'm gonna estimate it at about 3 frames per second.
Yikes! Yeah. Well, that's fine. We're not going to. We're not trying for the most. For the most robust of commentary. I just wanted. I thought we should have some commentary over this run.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and blame that on the fact that I'm using a probably not totally configured Linux install that I've been playing around with.
Yeah, I mean you can also blame the heat as to why you're having problems because it must be boiling without your AC on.
It's okay right now because it's not sunny.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's not getting cooler in here, I will say that.
So Ddraig healed before Ice Beam, which is
high jump. He healed at high jump.
Yeah, which is a really good thing because this heated room can do a lot of damage, especially if you're not very well versed in the game.
He got through that bomb. Oh, he's not using his supers here though. That's an interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna heal here anyway, right?
I would think so, but like the only reason you would want to conserve your supers in my mind is if you're planning on not healing.
I mean, there's no reason to conserve your supers and use missiles, though. You would just jump through the room.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of an unfortunate.
Or just, collect the drops.
Yeah, it looks... Ooh, nice spark from Box. That almost looks like he's not planning on healing. Oh, he's healing. Okay, good.
Oh, so something I just caught on Ddraig's end is that he is using the wrong version of the Japanese text to save time.
Oh, yeah, he's using the beginner Japanese text.
Yeah,
which I think...
I'm not sure if he's aware that it's slower.
I mean, I would... Is Box playing Japanese as well?
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see.
Oh, he is. Okay, good. But Box is using the correct text.
Yeah, so Boxmeister has a bit of an advantage there. Not a huge one. It's like within like a handful of seconds. But
yeah, I'd have to think that's within 5 seconds.
But it is definitely a difference. Yeah, we were doing a race earlier today, and we had some awful crates. Awful Ridley areas. Sorry,
Ridley's a punishing area.
Yeah,
it's
as
so
Boxmeister is demonstrating.
It's so easy to just. Oh no! It's so easy to just like make one mistake and lose seconds in Ridley.
Yeah, I think both of us made a single mistake and lost 20 seconds each from those single mistakes.
From that one mistake, yep.
Yeah.
At least he didn't get the map.
Yeah, at least he didn't get the map, and he jumped over it, so kudos to him.
Yeah, so many people are averse to jumping over that map, and I have no idea why. It's like, it's deceptively easy. Like, it's easier than it looks like it is.
Which is kind of funny, honestly. There aren't many tricks like.
Yeah, like you can literally, from the back of the map, you can have like fully half of Samus overlapping with that map hitbox and still not collect the map. Like, and there's no hitbox above the map at all, so you can just take a full jump and you're in the clear. It's so ridiculously easy to skip that map by jumping over it, and so many people are terrified of it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Boxmeister's not having any troubles with this room. I think the bomb chain room is the worst puzzle room to fail, depending.
Yeah, that one can be really bad. Speed jump
is the least costly of the puzzle rooms to fail,
but it's also the easiest to fail.
Yeah. The first puzzle room is, I'd argue, is probably the second easiest to fail.
Yeah, that one's got some awkward movement on it.
Yeah, it's definitely the costliest, though. That one.
Yeah, no argument.
So much time. The side hoppers in this room are a little annoying.
Yeah, this is an awkward room for sure. That's so much of Ridley, though. So much of Ridley is just awkward movement in weird rooms.
Yeah. It looks like Boxmeister still does unmorph to avoid bouncing on the floor strategies, which we've confirmed to be slower in real time. It just loses time.
Yeah, you have to do that like almost perfectly to save time with it.
Yeah. Honestly, it has to be pretty much perfect, and even at like 50% speed, I could not get it to save time in any reliable way. So I stopped going for it, and after that, a lot of other people did too. It's just one of those things. It adds difficulty to the game, and for no real benefit.
Yep.
That's an interesting setup by Ddraig. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Ooh, he ran a little too early though, so he's gonna get the Sam style Imago.
Yeah. I'm not the first person this has happened to, though. This has happened to a bunch of people. He handled it better than I did, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But you are the only one who did it with 100,000 people watching.
Yeah, but I'm the only one person who skipped a heal with 100,000 people watching, so.
Well, yeah, sure, but that's not because none of us couldn't have done it. We just decided not to.
Yeah, because I had balls.
You were in last place.
Yeah, but I had balls. You were in second place. You could have done it.
You were in last place.
Yeah, no, I was in last place. Somebody else lost too.
Okay, sure. You beat the guy whose console exploded in the middle of the race. Congratulations.
To be fair, I think I would have beaten him anyway, but Dragonfang has gotten a lot better recently. He's been playing a lot. He's been on that grind.
Yeah, it's been nice to see him doing some runs again.
Yeah. Looks like Ddraig doesn't know the optimal farming strats here, which I guess makes sense.
That's an awkward room, to be fair.
Yeah, it is an awkward. I like it a lot more in hard mode, though, because you don't have to farm on hard mode.
Yeah, hard mode, that room is so good. Plus, actually having long beam is super good for that room. Wow, he messed up the ice clip, but as the compensation prize, he gets the 2 supers.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be on top of both of them. You can't just be on a single one to get that to work.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's Spark.
That's quite a rough mistake to make. I mean, at least, let's look for the silver lining here. At least he sparked toward where he needed to go because he messed up the spark.
Yeah, instead of the place where he needed to go, he just needed to spark up. That was a funny mistake.
Boxmeister getting the aptly named Jumpy Jumpy.
Yep. It was named for a French Canadian.
For?
Either for or because of a French Canadian who named it. I don't remember.
Because of, not for. We haven't had anyone in the community show up. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Jumpy Jumpy. Because
I wasn't sure if it was somebody who was trying to explain it to a French person as Jumpy Jumpy, or if it was a French guy trying to,
No, it was Mickey who couldn't remember what the name of the strat was.
Okay, yeah.
So he just described it to everyone in the voice call as Jumpy Jumpy.
It's a good name, though. I wouldn't change it.
It's a great name. No, I wouldn't. Who cares what the old name of the strat is? Jumpy Jumpy is so much better. But it's been like 2 or 3 years now, so
yeah,
I think Jumpy Jumpy is stuck.
Yeah, it's an easy way to say it too. It's also one of those things that you really shouldn't be failing, but everybody fails it from time to time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't actually know how to do it quite correctly either.
Yeah. Ooh, no. Yeah, if you make a mistake there, it is very difficult to make up for it.
Yeah, you can recover it, but it's pretty hard. You have to be really aware of what's going on. Some pretty quick reactions.
Mm-hmm. I nailed it that time, though. There are so many ways to do that room.
Box doing the newer strat. I like it.
Yeah, he doesn't do the platforming properly, though, so he's going to lose time by doing it. He apparently isn't aware of the fact that you can do that buffered spring ball, which definitely saves some time there. Mm-hmm. Otherwise you're losing the time it would save to do that route. I remember explaining that to you the first time. It's really cool. It is.
What,
really,
the buffered
really cool.
spring ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, the buffered spring ball is nice. I like it.
It's one of those, like, I don't know how to explain, like, really small things that, add finesse to a strategy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Boxmeister coming up to the RNG portions of the game.
Yep. It's the most fun room. Because literally all you can do is...
We have a room that is called the most boring room in the game, But I would argue that this is probably the most boring room in the game.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know. I still think it's that room in Suitless where all you do is hold left.
it doesn't. I mean, you're not weighing for RNG either.
Yeah, true.
Oh boy.
Torian. We're coming up to Torian.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite part of Metroid speedrunning.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty cut and dry thing to do on Hundo. There's not really.
Yeah, it really is. Just keep 4 supers in reserve at all times and hope for good Metroid RNG.
Yep. There's not a whole lot to it really. So I think as far as things go, it is the one part of the run where newer players are going to be about on par as some of the top runners in Turian. There's not a whole lot that you can mess up here.
Yeah, I mean,
newer players. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I mean, barring just general movement.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of difficult movement in this part.
No, there isn't. There isn't, but...
The one thing I'll say, people who aren't quite as good at the game are going to have more problems getting grabbed. I definitely see that more often.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the best way to just avoid getting grabbed is to know how to handle the Metroids, which you only really get that from playing. So...
Mm-hmm.
But Torian really, like, it's not hard, but if things start going wrong, then it's very easy for them to continue going wrong, as Box is apparently demonstrating.
Yeah,
a little bit. Metroids do hurt quite a bit in this game, but...
Yeah, and Ice Beam is kind of wonky with Metroids, too.
Yeah, hitboxes, and Zero Mission general, and that is coming right into the spotlight in Torian. It's a bit less apparent than it is in any percent, I think, but well, that's an interesting strat.
Honestly, I think in any percent it is slightly less weird because Ice Beam has a single tile without wave of a hitbox, and Hundo, there are some times where you would think that you would hit a Metroid, but you only hit a Rinka, and it's really weird.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Ice Beam actually has slightly greater than a single tile, which can lead to situations where, in any percent, the number of times where I've shot a Metroid and then shot super straight underneath the Metroid are, it's very much non-zero.
Box has an interesting strategy for that room. You lured 3 Metroids at once instead of 2.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he's got a bunch of supers, it could probably be worth it to lure all 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I like keeping 6 supers for the Mother Brain fight. Having extra supers for the glass really helps you not get knocked around a bunch.
Mm-hmm. So, fun fact about that speed boost, the reason it works is because that's not actually an invisible wall. What's happening there is when you reach a certain point, the game just resets your position back to another point. So you're essentially running and getting teleported back, but the game doesn't actually think you've stopped. So you can build up a speed booster when it appears as though you're just running against nothing.
Yeah, fun fact, you can do this against Kraid also, and it is possible in real time to have speed booster before killing Kraid, so...
Yep, it's really stupid, so you wouldn't actually do it, but it is possible.
Yeah. You have to JBJ over Kraid. It's one of those things, like, how would the developers have ever realized that that was possible?
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just so off the wall silly.
Yeah, so Boxmeister is going to go through one of the... Honestly, it's a fun portion of the game, but it is not very fun to commentate through because there's just...
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on except for just movement, and
there is nothing deep going on. You're just jumping.
Yeah, this is pretty much what you see is what you get.
Yep. Meanwhile, I think Ddraig has been having... I don't know what Ddraig is doing, honestly. I think he got the missile before, so using this route is probably not as advisable, but I don't know. I don't think any of the runners knew that you could screw attack those blocks, by the way.
Which block? Oh, the bomb blocks?
Yeah, the bomb blocks.
Yeah, I mean, screw attack destroys those, so...
Yeah, it's just one of those little interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that platform is tricky to get through. I like to jump extend to get up to it myself.
I don't have issues skipping out on the jump extend, but it is kind of a tight jump, yeah.
I don't do this route anymore, so it's been a while.
Well, just bomb jump there.
Yeah. Yeah, newer players are going to always opt to do this because the area is really tricky normally. You can get here early and clear just about everything with your bomb jumps, but the bomb jumps, particularly to the missile that Ddraig is going to come up to after this next missile, is pretty tricky. And I'll explain that when he gets there, I guess. Yeah, Boxmeister is winning by a huge amount right now. Sorry for not commentating too much over the race portion of this, but to be honest, the results are pretty clear at this point. There's no way that Ddraig is going to be able to catch up. But yeah, as I was saying, those two rippers make doing this early on in the game more difficult. And welcome back, John.
Thanks. Just check the temperature. It's a nice, comfy 80 degrees in here.
You and your American temperatures.
Sorry, it's a nice, comfortable 25 degrees in here.
Thanks. You know, I'm a little jealous right now. You had a donut for breakfast.
I did not have a donut for breakfast.
Muffin, a chocolate muffin.
I had a muffin for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm really jealous. So, where John lives, there are these amazing Kreller French toast. Is it cruller or crawler?
It's crawler French toast.
Crawler, okay, yeah. And they are just so good.
Yeah, it's just it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it is. Boxmeister having some problems there, but I would love to have some chocolate crawler French toast. That would be amazing.
Chocolate crawler French toast.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
You know what that reminds me of, actually?
What's that?
One time this past winter, one of my friends won some tickets to a ski mountain.
Okay.
So we went, and before we went to IHOP for breakfast. And someone ordered Oreo pancakes. Yeah, didn't go so hot with syrup. But granted, this IHOP did not actually offer real syrup, so I don't think anything would have gone well with that syrup.
Yeah, we live on the East Coast, and we are very particular about our maple syrup.
I don't think we're very particular. Maple syrup is the only option.
It is the only option. You're correct, but if you're on the West Coast, you might not think so because you're off people.
I mean, my old roommate. This is a true story. My old roommate grew up with the fake maple syrup, so I thought to myself, "Aha! Here's an excellent opportunity for me to show someone the light that is real maple syrup." And he preferred the fake stuff.
Yeah,
and I was just like, okay. I mean, yeah, your food choice is wrong here. Like, there's not even any argument to be had.
Yeah,
that's just wrong.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, we used to go to I don't know what they're called. Are they called sugar shanties or something? I don't know exactly.
We always call them sugar shacks.
Yeah, sugar shack. But those were always fun to go to as a kid.
It's like
you would
Ddraig
get a bunch of
taking your Torian strat of saving 6 supers from Other Brain.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. Boxmeister doing a bunch of wall jumps.
Yeah,
and jumping through the door. What is he doing that for?
He's aligning the door transition. Duh.
For Charlie? I mean,
what else?
Sure, we'll go with that. All right, let's hope that Ddraig remembers. Okay, he remembers that he can use supers. It can be hard to get back on land after you fall, though.
If we didn't have this spot strat, this fight would be horribly miserable.
Yeah, it would be a lot more difficult than it currently is. As Boxmeister fights, probably the boss. Yeah, probably the most RNG boss in the game, or one of the biggest RNG portions of 100%, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
You can lose about 11 seconds, I think, from bad RNG.
I mean, I think Torian as a can cost you more time than that, but I mean...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're talking one whole area. A single boss. Like, that's not really a fair comparison.
Yeah. Oh, Boxmeister missed.
Oh, these are some really trolly patterns.
Yeah. John has died here recently, twice.
I have died at Charlie so many times.
Yeah, and at top levels of play, you probably won't see people healing here very, and you can die in one hit. So, happens to the best of us.
Yep, it does.
Pretty shameful though. Oh yeah, Boxmeister only has 190 missiles because he missed one earlier. I have to remember that. So Ddraig is behind by quite a bit, but not quite as much as we'd think he is.
Yeah, Box does still have to get a missile tank that's about 30 seconds.
Yeah, you guys in chat are talking about some really interesting things too. Steph French toast with jam sounds really good. Creme brulee, French toast, it sounds really good too.
Yeah. Man, I need to make some French toast. I need to also buy like a gigantic jug of maple syrup before I move out of here.
Oh yeah, since you're going on the West Coast.
Well, hopefully. I still haven't heard about that yet, so we'll see. But regardless, there's not a lot of great maple syrup.
You know, yeah. You know, I've never had a proper French toast with what's the word for it? With you know, slightly what is that word again? God damn it.
I don't know what to tell you here.
Because the bread is supposed to be not. It's supposed to be several days old, almost going stale, or it's basically supposed to be stale bread.
So is the word you're looking for stale?
Yeah, the word I was looking for stale. I eventually found it. Yeah, I've never had proper French toast with stale bread, so I wonder how much it adds to the taste. Do you have any
my personal favorite toast is made with challah bread.
Challah?
Challah.
Huh, never heard of that.
It's not a very common bread, honestly. I almost want to say it's like some sort of Jewish ceremonial bread or something.
Oh, okay.
You know, let me look it up.
Yeah, for those of you who are curious, Ddraig is massively behind right now, and I mean, I'm not trying to be a bad person, but it's not much of a race at this point.
Yep, it is.
It is, in fact, a Jewish ceremonial bread?
Yep, you typically eaten on ceremony.
You're cutting out a bit there, dude.
Sorry. It's typically eaten on major Jewish holidays. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine now.
Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna blame a not totally configured Linux install.
Yeah. So Jewish holidays. I can't think of any Jewish holidays in particular, except they have a holiday near Christmas time, right? 12-day thing.
Hanukkah?
Yeah, Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I don't have very much experience with Judaism because there are like no Jewish people around where I live.
I mean, there aren't a lot of them around where I live either, but
I mean,
maybe there are. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure where you live, it's a lot more diverse than where I am.
And that's really saying something, because it's not very diverse around here.
No, it probably isn't. Oh, looks like we're gonna. Oh, he messed up the glitch. Oh, he finally got it.
No, he didn't.
No, well, he messed up the setup at first.
Oh, I was drinking water, so I wasn't actually looking at that particular second.
Okay. But yeah, as I was going to say, when I went to college for the first time, it was amazing because you saw people of very, very many different cultures versus where I live, where everybody is white and Christian. So.
Yeah, I went to a fairly not super diverse school.
Mm-hmm.
The school I went to was fairly technical, so I got to see a awful lot of Chinese, I think, mostly Chinese and Indian people.
Ddraig, by the way, that was sick. He did a completely different setup for the room before Sam's.
Huh, I wish I had seen it.
So you know how you can avoid all of the searchlights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did that basically. He messed it up at the end because you want to freeze the enemy if you're doing that. But
Interesting.
Dragon Dark used to do that actually a long time ago.
Oh, that's an old school strat then.
Yeah, he did it for hard mode because obviously it's faster to do that for hard mode if you're not doing my setup for it. But
yeah, hard mode is cool. I like hard mode.
yeah, unfortunately, we don't get to do the route that Boxmeister is doing right now in hard mode.
Yeah, it's really a shame. Hard mode railroads you into a route.
Yeah, your super count, your power bomb count is just not optimal.
Yeah, no. Normal mode is in Zero Mission is notable for having like 10 route variations that are all about the speed.
Yeah.
And you just don't have that in hard mode. Hard mode.
You cut out there again, man.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what I can do about it, honestly.
Yeah, it's fine. Looks like Ddraig is close to death. The pirates can nail you pretty hard there.
He's almost home free.
Yeah, but it can be scary, especially if you mess up a wall jump. This room is really scary to fail.
Yeah, it really is. You drop a wall jump and you've got about 20 pirates waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. Coming to hug you and squeeze you to death, basically.
Yep. He made the wise decision to heal before Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
That lore.
No, chat is making me really hungry. I want French toast now. No, I do have some bread and
I'm sure
and
you have eggs.
I do have eggs, yeah. And I do have maple syrup, which is also key.
I would expect you to have maple syrup. Pretty sure. Ooh, I thought Box was gonna bonk there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure when you live in Canada, don't you get like government issued maple syrup?
Yeah, basically. I mean, when I went to to where you live in the States, I was a little surprised because we get maple syrup for free wherever we go, and it costs money for you.
I mean, it's like $1 or $2. It's not a lot, but yeah. I mean, granted, real maple syrup is significantly more expensive than the fake stuff.
It is, yeah. But you can't have the fake stuff. It's just not good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. But also, we live in a country. Well, I live in a country with massive corn subsidies, so. Boxmeister is ahead by. I want to say roughly 5 minutes at this point.
Yeah, it's a pretty massive amount.
He's got a fairly significant lead.
It's more than 5. It's going to be like
8?
7? Yeah, something like that. He still has to get a missile, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's only 30 seconds, which in the context of the lead he has right now is really not that much. I think Boxmeister, I think, is just the more experienced runner here, so...
Yeah, it seems like Ddraig has only done a handful of runs so far. So
close.
That's one of those things. Once you get more experience of the game, your time starts shooting down a lot more.
Yeah, and a big part of this game is knowing the backups. Like, perfect example right there. Ddraig should have continued and gotten the missile tank instead of retracing his steps to get this spark. And I mean, that's a small thing, but over the course of the run, knowing about things and being able to adapt, huge difference.
Yeah. Boxmeister making his way to ruin Turian. Yeah, Ddraig having a lot of problems with that.
I mean, this is a hard spark train.
Yeah.
No argument.
Yeah, if you're Ddraig seems like he's not he's definitely a newer player, and you have to have good platforming to make this work. It's tough.
Yep.
So if I was him, I might just go get the thing right away. And he does.
I wanted to talk about how cool Torian is, just like as a concept.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Going back to visit previously, clean area. Now it's all broken.
Yep.
And there are now items behind there. That's another.
Yeah, kind of a little. I don't know. It's hard to call it a throwback because Super Metroid technically happens after this game, but it's like kind of a callback.
Yeah. Boxmeister pausing the game.
Checking his items, making sure he's got everything, I guess.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of them miss any items. Of course, it can happen where nobody noticed that somebody misses an item. And
or just simple things like not quite walking on missile tank before turning around.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely happened to everybody. So,
or you're making a theory task and you just get forms. It happens.
Yeah, making a theory task and then not hearing what you said does happen fairly often.
Oh man. Stupid internet.
Yeah, John was trying to make fun of me because I missed four items in my theory task.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's pretty funny. But
it is pretty funny. Fortunately, I was not really trying to do a theory task that anybody's ever going to watch, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's just about as funny as and turning around early without noticing.
That was pretty funny. That was
pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's had that really funny item they've missed.
Everyone, yeah. Or, the Eagle for sure. I want to say Scotty's done the same for getting the missile tank right out of Drew attack because they're so focused on farming for supers.
Yeah.
That's a pretty funny mistake.
It's kind of weird, though, to me, because my strategy for getting super missiles...
it involves grabbing the missile tank.
Yeah, because I grab the first drop, and then I jump for the second drops after I get the missile. So, it's a nice way to spot what's on the ground,
Yeah, for sure. This is such an awful room.
It is. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very nice to see in TAS, though, because the task for this room is...
Yeah, and the task, that's a slick room. It's made more slick by knowing that it's really awkward to do in real time.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if you don't speedrun in the game, you might not notice it. But that reminds me, though. My friend did not want to watch the task of the game because he had seen me playing it so often. He's like, "Oh, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be pretty similar." But he watches the climb up Brinstar. He's like, "Okay, I can see the difference."
Yeah,
it's pretty significant.
And the climb in Brinstar is not even that different.
No, it's just so much faster and cleaner.
Mm-hmm. It really takes off once you get
power grip, yeah.
Huh. I think I used to do that. But if you're recharging the spark, I mean, that pretty much gets rid of all the time space boost. You may as well just do the spark at that point.
Yeah, it's not worth it at all.
I thought it was way back when. That was back when the prevailing knowledge was that normal space boost saves 3 seconds. which
prevailing
turns out that wasn't quite correct.
Yeah. Old GM knowledge is funny though.
Yeah, some of it's still kicking around. Some of it's been pretty accurate, and then some of it's just been
completely
not wrong at all, not correct at all. Yeah.
Yeah. But people still hold on to these beliefs because they have bad memories. So, and that's quite a few people in the Zero Mission community. Actually, it's kind of funny. I was also going to note that the pure Japanese text is really awkward to see because I never see it on Draig's screen.
Yeah, I think I had, when I first got a Japanese, selected that by mistake, and then I noticed, hey, wait a second, this isn't the same Japanese text. Did I get the Chinese version by mistake? And then one of the several people in the Zero Mission Japanese was like, no, that's Chinese. Which, I mean, I wouldn't expect myself to be able to tell the difference, considering I don't Japanese nor Chinese.
Yeah. Can your sister speak either language?
My sister is working on Mandarin right now. Box did remember this item, good. Oh, and he's doing the space boost. Oh, he messed it up, but he tried it. That's what's important.
Mm-hmm. The reverse space boost is really cool, though.
If you go all the way into the room,
yeah,
it looks really sweet. It's significantly slower because you're short 2 super missiles if you do that, but it looks really cool.
It's not that it's significantly slower because you miss 2 super. What is he doing? It's mostly significantly slower because it's so many more room transitions because you have to go through those rooms anyway.
Yeah, that too. Door transitions are surprisingly slow in this game. Compared to Super Metroid, they are lightning fast, but they lose a lot of time.
Yeah, and a lot of our route variations have to do with... Oh, it's that early? I don't know. But yeah, a lot of our route variations have to do with the fact that route transitions are really slow, and you can do an alternate path that way. And Ddraig messed up a one-try trick, and that is the glass tube spark. You're meant to collect the energy tank that he got during a shine spark early, but he didn't get it. He probably doesn't know the alternate route, so he's just grabbing it now.
Yeah, which to be fair, it's really kind of an awkward route.
Yeah, it's weird to get used to if you don't know it, so you might as well just do that route. Meanwhile, Boxmeister is about to grab the final missile tank in the game.
Oh no, he sparks too low.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, recently that happened to Scotty too, I think.
Yeah. That was a shame. I was hoping for the double race 109.
Yeah.
No such luck.
I'm not sure he would have gotten a 109 anyway, but it was definitely off the table after that.
Yeah, for sure. That pretty much sealed his fate.
Yes. Yeah, if you guys want to spend some time watching an awesome race, I would recommend watching John Unfold versus C. Scotty W. It was really, really good.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, he was there. And I think you watched the race after.
Yeah, I watched the race after it happened. It was pretty great.
Yeah, I think we did a good job because they used very different routes, but I think we did a good job.
Yeah, between the two of us, you get to see every route choice in Zero Mission 100%.
Yeah.
Well, not every possible one, but every viable one.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Well, every viable one that is roughly of equivalent speed, because there are some routes in this game that no one does because they lose like a second or two, but they're still viable. I mean, HBJ route is viable. Lower North area cleanup is viable. They're just not faster.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Well, you could do them. It's just why.
Right. I had a pretty good race with it.
Yeah, John's trying to say that he had a good race with HBJ, and it was a pretty good race. He did pretty well with it. It wasn't 109, but it was.
It would have been if I'd gotten HBJ for. I failed. From what I remember, I failed the that HBJ. Ooh, is that going to work for Ddraig? No. Yes, it did. Okay. I'm a little surprised, actually.
Yeah, there are several different spots because it's not a continuous spot. Like, it's not from point A to point B that it works. It's like from point A to point B, then from point C to point D. It's kind of weird. Oh, I've never seen that before. Huh. That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
On whose screen?
On Ddraig's. He did this Shine Spark that bonked. I kind of want to look into that, honestly. It's probably going to be slower since space boosting is faster, but that's interesting. I've never seen that before. But he does a regular Shine Spark, and he bonks the ceiling at the end. It's interesting.
Interesting.
That way he shortens it instead of doing the really old
ball spark. That ball spark is slow.
Yeah. So
just
I might
just ball sparks have a huge wind up animation.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame because ball boost speed is really fast, so it'd be really nice, but startup and end are just really slow. Boxmeister bonking there. That is deceiving to get through without bonking the left or right.
It really is.
And my past 2 or 3 runs, I've always bonked them. It's annoying. Yeah, I think I'll reiterate this, but Boxmeister has a pretty significant lead right now.
Yep.
Over
Ddraig. He's got. I'm gonna guess. Box has about 5 minutes left in this run.
Yeah, something like that. He's pretty near done.
Yeah.
Ddraig has.
He's probably looking at closer to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe not 20, but yeah, 15 to 20.
Did Ddraig do the glitch or not?
The door clip?
Yeah.
I thought he did.
Okay.
He may not have, though. We'll see.
Why is Boxmeister not using a power bomb?
I don't know. He's got plenty of them.
Maybe he doesn't know to use it there. I think there are 2 spots where he doesn't know to use them, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, not a lot.
Not a lot of what?
Not a lot of people know about the one after the save.
Yeah, that one's a little newer. And it's hard to communicate to everybody where you should be using power bombs and such, so. I imagine it's like that in a lot of communities where you can't really get to everybody, so people are going to be doing things that aren't quite as good. Because they just don't know what's actually the fastest strat. Boxmeister coming up to Space Jump E-Tank, and he's going to do it the easy way. He's not going to use Space Jump.
Makes sense. Space Jump E-Tank is actually really hard trick.
Yeah. I think that the Shine Spark can be tough too because bonking is so easy. I think it makes me more nervous to bonk than to do the Space Jump E-Tank, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have too much trouble with Space Jump E-Tank nowadays.
Yeah, neither do I. I would be just nervous bonking with the old strat.
I can't deny that. even
You can't
remotely
deny.
good. Did I cut out again?
Yeah.
I can't deny that whenever I go for Space Jump E-Tank on a somewhat good run, I can't deny that it gets the heart rate up.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has failed Space Jump E-Tank, though. I mean, it happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I think everybody's also bunked with the old strat. Wow, Box has a lot of super missiles.
Yeah, did he get some drops? I didn't.
I think he was playing it really safe and didn't miss any, honestly, more than anything.
He goes for the door bomb.
Hey, he went for door power bomb. He didn't back up though, so I think it's not optimal.
He didn't save time over door bomb.
Yeah, I think without door bomb, the best you can get is 72. And with power bomb, I'm not sure what the best is.
The best I've done with door power, I think the task gets like or something.
Yeah, you're cutting out way too much to hear any specifics of what you're saying.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull.
Yeah, John is gonna try fixing that.
Let me see if. Oh, is this here? I think this might just be my noise gate being
Weird.
stupid.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was way high. How's this?
Yeah, might be better. Boxmeister's just about to finish the game. Oh, he got clipped by a pirate right near the end.
That's an interesting power bomb. I mean, I guess there's not much else you can do with it, really.
Mm-hmm.
True final boss. The Black Pirates are not actually hard 100%. You have so much health. Like, it takes them ages to really put you in any danger.
Yeah.
He's done with a 119.09.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a PB for him. It could be, but I don't think it is. I want to say Box has like a 117 or a 118 or something like that. I don't know what Ddraig's PB is.
Alright, I'm just going to mark the winner real quick right here. Real quick. I think I messed up on switching. Were we on Ddraig's audio the whole time?
I don't know. I haven't been listening to the audio.
Yeah, neither have I. Sorry about that, guys.
Despite the fact that the audio is here, I can't hear it. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Boxmeister. How did you feel about that run?
It could have been a lot better had I not messed around in Ridley slightly too much. So I figured I'd went for something I started practicing today, which was the door clip.
Okay,
you just started practicing that today. Nice.
Yeah, I was for a second. I was like, okay, did I ruin it? And I was like, wait, I should be in position. And then I finished it, and it actually worked. So really glad.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Ddraig not doing the proper backup, but yeah, you. The pirate didn't move when he messed up.
Yep. As long as the pirate doesn't move, you're all right.
But overall, I'm really happy about how my. I'm happy with how my run went, so I'm not complaining actually.
So
go ahead.
Sorry, Discord just totally crashed on me, so I'm just getting back into it. So, that's not a PB for you, is it?
No. My PB is 1:17:25.
Okay, I couldn't remember off the top of my head what it was. So that's okay. But still, I mean, a minute and a half-ish off your PB in a race, that's not too bad.
Especially considering the mistake you made where you... How did you feel about that mistake, by the way?
Which mistake?
The big one where you didn't get the missile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I got it every time in practice, but yeah, I was off. I felt the moment I pressed A to spark, I knew I was I was 1 or 2 pixels too low or something.
Interesting block pattern, by the way, by Ddraig. But yeah, do you do the charge beam setup for it?
I like to do the missile setup for it. So,
okay.
And I am usually a little bit more consistent at it, but with the added nerves, I probably was slightly off with my timing.
Okay. Oh, one other thing, by the way. Why were you pausing to check your items so often?
Well, a couple of matches ago, I actually forgot an item in Ridley, and I was like, maybe it doesn't hurt to do a few extra checks since I knew I was very far ahead because I have the restream open. I was like, not gonna risk it. If I can check it now, then I know a lot earlier, and then I can route my way around it.
Okay,
yep. Makes a lot of sense.
So what does this bring your total win and loss count up to? You know?
2-2-2.
Okay, so this brings you to 2-2.
Yes. Which is given the fact that I had to go against Eagle and against Scotty, I'd say 2-2 is not too bad.
Yeah, those are some pretty hard matchups there.
Yeah, you didn't have to go through the leader in this tournament yet, though, so... you still have a tough opponent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some interesting matchups so far, so I'm glad that my win count I'm at the very least at 2 victories. That feels somewhat better.
Yeah, winning is always nice.
Yeah, it is.
John can attest to that because he's John unbeatable.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what that reminds me of, Sam?
What does that remind you of?
Do you know what I woke up to this morning?
What did you wake up to?
I woke up to a text message from a good friend of mine.
Oh, did you?
Yep. He told me he kept having a dream about a horse in full battle armor. It was a nightmare.
A nightmare, of course.
Yep. So I thought to myself, the day can't get anything but better from here. And I think you've just proved that line of thought totally incorrect. Ddraig did not do the door clip route, so he's got to go down here now.
Yeah, I only catch the glimpse, but I thought I saw him go for it. But I might have saw wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a hard time seeing a lot of the specifics here because I'm watching at about 3 frames per second.
Yeah, so this is why we've not kept on topic very much for this race.
Yeah, this has been some somewhat distracted commentary.
Yeah, but that's fine. The race wasn't very close, so as far as the race goes, there's not much to say.
Yeah, I did, and to be fair, I didn't know what this PB was. I did know watch what his latest zero mission stream was, and it was like a 133-ish or something. So
Yeah.
Well, he could be on pace for a PB then. He's only got a few minutes left in the game.
Yeah, let's see.
And he's got like 6 minutes to go. I mean, yeah, we could see. It could happen. He's probably got fewer than 5 minutes of game left.
Yeah, if all goes well, he should be able to get under the 133.
Yeah, if you're newer and you're just doing a bunch of runs, you will PB really, really comfortably every time.
Yeah.
Like the jump from 130 to under 120 is pretty easy, honestly. Just gotta get those runs in. And one piece of advice, if you guys are struggling with runs, is don't reset. Don't spend all time in Brinstar.
Yeah, Brinstar's a hard area, but if you just do no resets, you'll practice it, and you'll keep your gameplay skill balanced. You won't have the problem of being really good in the early game and really bad in the late game.
Yeah. That's a problem I see with several zero mission runners, honestly, who do not have their end game up to stuff, and they lose minutes when they don't really need to.
And you were one of those people for a while.
To be fair, though, it's a problem I recognize, and it wasn't like I was resetting all the time. It's just I had problems with the end game.
Yeah, no, your end game was just bad.
Yeah.
God, but it used to be that when we raced, I could say, aha, I'm only a minute behind Sam after Suitless. I got this in the bag.
Not like that anymore.
No, it is not.
Now, John generally does have a better end game than I do, but I can definitely win it still. I've definitely won it from the end game before too, actually.
You have. I mean, I generally pride myself on my end game, but that's high. Yeah, that's a shame. That can happen with that spark.
Oh, so it looks like Box left us. So Justin, you are asking when is the next tournament and how do you sign up for it?
Well,
the next tournament is probably not going to be for a while, but hopefully it is a randomizer.
Yeah, we're working on refining the randomizer rule set, so hopefully we can get something going as far as a zero mission randomizer competition is concerned.
Yeah.
Right now there's not a great way, but we're talking it over, and hopefully we can get a few things done in the newer version that'll make racing a lot better.
Yeah, that's always the thing with the randomizers. It takes some finagling to make it more interesting for people to play, because as is.
Right now, it's BioSpark doing all of it.
Yeah.
And he has done a lot of great work on it. But what that does mean is that fundamentally all we can do is suggest.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we don't have the source code, so we can't make alterations to our liking. So.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I can't blame BioSpark for not wanting to share that. It's definitely a passion project of his.
But at the same time, we're also subject to if he doesn't like something, we're not going to get it, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to...
It's not that it's BioSpark's fault, it's just unfortunate, and then it'd be nice to have a...
It's a glitch. It's a glitch. Oh, well.
Oh, he's missing a lot of super missiles, isn't he?
Yeah, he missed quite a few. I definitely saw a lot of tanks. But he's on the way out. He's got about 2 minutes to escape. Escape shouldn't take two full minutes. Or does it? I actually can't remember how long escape is.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes to escape. I thought you got 5 minutes to escape. Normally.
Well, it's got 2 minutes to escape if he wants a PP.
Oh, okay. Escape usually takes a minute for the top runners, a minute and a half maybe.
Okay, so he could make it. Yep. So future tournaments usually get announced in the Zero Mission Discord. Otherwise, they're going to be on Challenge.
Yeah, I think people want to do a fusion tournament first. People usually do that though.
Usually, we alternate Zero Mission and Fusion.
I wish there was a little more distinction between the Zero Mission and Fusion runners though, because oh wow, he does that.
Casual old shine break.
Okay.
If he gets this looks good.
Nice.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, he's got it.
I wish that this Fusion and Zero Mission community were a little more separate, because I have no interest in any Fusion tournament, so it's just like, what's the word for it? It just distracts me from more Zero Mission tournaments, because I'm not going to speedrun Fusion, but...
Okay, yeah, Ddraig looks like he's in there for a 132.52.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a PB for him.
Might be.
It looks like he split late, though.
Yeah, he definitely did. But that does appear to be a PB for Ddraig.
All right. So, I guess I'll wait a minute. We'll wait a minute to see if Ddraig comes into the commentary, but I think we're gonna end it pretty quickly after that.
Yep, I think so.
That Japanese text is so funny. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it's not something you see all that often.
Actually, I will leave. You know how to end this stream if it's done, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will leave you to it then, because I have to do some things later, man.
Oh, you have to do some things. Okay. Goodbye,
Yeah.
Sam.
I mean, I have to go to the bathroom if you want me to not be discreet about it.
Okay. All right, so let's see if we get... Okay, we've confirmed that there's no interview from Ddraig. That's all right, but congratulations on the PB, Ddraig. That's it for the Zero Mission part of this. So I think we got another race for this tournament coming up tomorrow, so we'll see you then for more Metroid Zero Mission.